What's going on, ladies and gents, boys and girls, guardians of all ages? Joker back again, once again. And are you ready for some tinfoil? Because, I have some tinfoil. Are you ready to go on another journey? Because we are about to go on another fucking journey, ladies and gents, boys and girls, guardians of all ages. Woo! So, I was looking through the weekly update, the TWAB, as the cool kids call it. And I was reading about how loot works in Season of Opulence, and it was super interesting, and I love the new loot system, and I would love to see this loot system adapted across, well, basically all of Destiny for the future of Destiny. Then I scroll down and I'm reading about the pinnacle weapons, and the pinnacle weapons are interesting, and the choice to remove the fabled ranking from the Crucible Sniper in lieu of accumulated points was an interesting and ultimately good choice. That said, if the goal is to get more casual players into the competitive playlist to give it a shot, I think making this requirement the requirement over all pinnacle weapons, past, present, and future, instead of the fabled rank, will do a lot to get people into the competitive playlist. Snipers are great and all, but a larger variety of weapons to grind for in comp will be more appealing than one sniper. More so in a game where snipers really aren't that appealing. And you know what? All of that stuff is nice. Great changes. Wonderful job, Bungie. I applaud your efforts. But that's not what we're here for. So I was scrolling through the TWAB like we've established, and I noticed this emblem. It's the emblem awarded for completing the raid within the first 24 hours. The emblem is heavy as the crown. And the design of the emblem is very intriguing because it stands out when compared to literally everything else. Everything else is very callous, very Season of Opulence. We look at the raid jacket, we look at the raid belt, we look at the t-shirts and the tank tops that are going to be added to the cash shop. It's also very callous. But then we look at this emblem, and this emblem sticks out like a sore thumb because the emblem is distinctively Hive. In fact, so's the title for the raid, the Crown of Sorrow. The word sorrow appears 60 times in Destiny lore, at least according to Ishtar Collective, and those hits are overwhelmingly, if not exclusively, tied to Hive. The other thing you'll notice is the shape of the Hive rune or symbol. It resembles a Hydra, but not just any Hydra, this Hydra. Here we can see the diamond top, the eye, the segments, and then we have the tentacles. This Hive iconography seems to be depicting something Vex. So let's go ahead and speculate. I fully believe that the emblem is depicting Quora Blade transformed. We've already played out the curse cycle for the Dreaming City, and that plot seems to have had no resolution. Interestingly enough, the week that the raid releases is a full curse week. Put a pin in that. It will be important later. In the teaser for the Season of Opulence, we see exclusively Hive and Vex on the Leviathan. No Cabal, no Fallen, no Scorn, not even Taken. Just Hive and Vex. Which is odd, because if this was something like the Prison of Elders, shouldn't we see all of the enemy classes represented? Hell, we know that this place is connected to the Ascended Realm. Shouldn't we at least see Taken? That doesn't mean that there's not any there, but Bungie has made a point of only showing us Hive and Vex in this teaser, which is an odd choice if that choice doesn't matter. So at the very least, we can say that the Hive and the Vex are taking over the Leviathan, and in the press kit, we see an image of a golden ship on Nessus, what the weekly update is calling the Nessus Barge. It seems that we will be going to this barge weekly to receive runes, likely after finishing some quest, and these runes will be used to get loot from our chalice. And then we have this image of the EDZ. I don't know how everybody missed the huge rocks in the background being pulled into the air, but this is the first time I've heard or seen anyone talking about it, and that person is me. These are also the huge chunks of earth that we see floating in the background of the Solstice of Heroes image on the Season of Opulence page. These three images all tell a story. So here's what I believe is happening. Quora is taking over the Leviathan. The Leviathan is connected to the Ascended Plane, and the entirety of the Ascended Plane is connected via the Sea of Screams. So the question of how Quora got onto the Leviathan isn't really that hard of a sell. On top of that, Quora isn't entirely taken, so Quora might not look like a taken Hydra, and we know that Oryx left Quora with some of its own will. So maybe Quora could have transferred itself to the Leviathan via Nessus. Like I said, there's many ways that this could happen, so Quora being on the Leviathan is not a hard sell. So the Hive and the Vex seemingly take over Callus's ship. It took Oryx to stop Quora's invasion of the Dreadnought, and Oryx had the power of taking. In comparison, Crota and his sisters could do nothing, and I don't believe that Callus is anywhere near close to being as powerful as Oryx was. So as the ship is being overrun, Callus is forced to flee from the Leviathan. That's what the Nessus barge is, Callus's escape plan. Callus then summons us. Not that he would have to, for you see, ladies and gents, boys and girls, guardians of all ages, the Leviathan has had just enough of Nessus, and under its new management, it has a new destination: Earth. This makes a lot of sense. We pose the greatest threat to Quorra and Savathun. Destroy Earth, take the Traveler, problem solved. So we board the Leviathan, we kill Quorra, we stop the Leviathan from devouring Earth. Callus, who's still on Nessus, then pays us to reclaim the Leviathan by killing everything that's still on it and cleaning house. But with Quorra dead, what does that mean for the Dreaming City and the Curse? Doesn't the raid's release coincide with the Curse Week? Isn't that a weird coincidence? So now that Quorra's dead, we go to the Dreaming City. We descend into the Shattered Throne. We rip Duankara out root and stem, ending the Dreaming City's curse, just in time for the 6th of June, and the announcement of the fall expansion with Savathun. But hey, those are just my thoughts. Let me know yours in the comments below, and like always, stay frosty.